The NFL is about to look a whole lot different next season. I already made a free agency video, and since then, so much more has happened. Starting with the Seahawks signing Cooper Kupp. Seattle fans, how do you guys feel? DK Metcalf, gone. Tyler Lockett, gone. In comes Sam Darnold and Cooper Kupp. The Seattle Seahawks got a lot of grit. Some high motor guys. Could they date my daughter? Certainly. Will they win a playoff game? That's up for debate. It was a 3-year, $45 million deal for Cooper Kupp. I think it's favorable for the Seahawks. You'd kind of think Cooper Kupp might be worth more than that. Seahawks really collapsed and then came back the very next week. Oh, this is an interesting one. Every quarterback to win the MVP award in the last 5 seasons played with Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Aaron Rodgers, Mahomes, Josh Allen, Sam Darnold. That is kind of a wild stat. All good things must come to an end. Bro is gonna get like 20 plus targets a game. Yeah, dude, I am really interested for the Seahawks roster for fantasy coming up this season. Cause like, Sam Darnold really only has one incredible career season. That was this year on the Vikings, right? Now he's in a brand new offense with Seattle, and there's Jackson Smith-Njigba and Cooper Kupp. I honestly think that one of those two guys, either Cooper Kupp or Jackson Smith, is gonna like win or lose people their fantasy leagues, but I just can't figure out which one of them it's gonna be. This might be a team I stay away from in fantasy, but I don't know. I now have 2 fantasy championships in the last 4 years, so I may be MM casual, but I've got 2 rings. There's my boy Holdma. The Chargers signed Mekhi Becton. This guy said the Eagles won the Super Bowl and said, yeah, let's never do that again. Yeah, Mekhi Becton, Texas. Really good signing. Dude, the offensive line is so slept on in the National Football League. Having a good O-line could change everything. Yes, I was super confused by this, so I'm gonna have to read the replies here, because I thought the Niners released Kyle Juszczyk, and then all of a sudden they signed him, so I don't know what this means or how this works. They're in a love-hate relationship. It happens. We've all got that one girl we just can't get rid of. Yeah, he's got a point. He's got a point there. Yeah, this is the actual answer. They took a dead cap hit, and then they brought him back for less. So this is like I guess a contract loophole type deal. That's what made the most sense to me. He re-signed, took a pay cut. Okay, makes sense. The Vikings traded for Jordan Mason. They got Jordan Mason in a pick swap for a 6th rounder. Reese is here on the internet intentionally spreading misinformation. We live in such a crazy era on the internet where like people just believe anything. Honestly, I bet you there are people walking around right now thinking that Jordan Mason was traded for 2 first-rounders. You can literally lie on the internet with no repercussions. It's crazy. You can say and do anything you want and never get in trouble. It's actually so messed up. Granted, I am just farming revenue off of all of you by doing exactly that, but I can live within a system and criticize the system. I'm allowed to do that. Ravens signed Cooper Rush. I never thought Cooper Rush should be anywhere but Dallas. I just always pictured him as the quintessential Dallas backup. Lamar better learn Chinese because Cooper is the new QB1. The learn Chinese joke came from the NBA, right? Because there's actually like the Shanghai Sharks is a real team. It's really funny when they bring it over to the NFL. Can you imagine Lamar Jackson playing in a Chinese football league? I highly doubt that even exists, but if they did, holy shit. He would absolutely ruin them. And I don't remember if this occurred already, but the Bengals extended both Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Jamar Chase is on a 4-year, $161 million deal. T. Higgins is on a 4-year, $115 million deal. All right, I'm gonna be honest. If you're a Bengals fan, this is probably a lose-lose scenario for how the media was gonna treat this. If T. Higgins or Jamar walked, Bengals fans were gonna get lit up. If they signed both of them, you're gonna get lit up because this is so expensive. So you really couldn't win here. Personally, I think they should have let T. Higgins walk. I really think they should have let T. Higgins walk, saved this money, and used it somewhere else. I mean, you just proved it. Joe Burrow just had like arguably one of the greatest quarterback seasons of all time, and he didn't win MVP because they didn't even make the playoffs. So to then go out and re-sign all these guys for gigabucks, knowing that your offense wasn't the problem, is a little shocking to me. 48% of the salary cap on 3 players. That's Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. I don't know. I don't agree with this. I'm obviously not an NFL GM, but I just don't. They already know that this does not translate to wins, and yet they went ahead and did it anyway. McDonald's fries defense. 99 overall offense, 60 overall defense. Bengals are going to win games 70 to 65. I'm going to go out and try out for corner for Cincinnati. I'm only asking for 2 years, $3 million. And then Jamar Chase here. Higgins, 115 mil. Chase, 161 mil. Good luck with the rest of the team. Bengals really said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, the funny thing, though, is the reason you use that saying is when something ain't broke. The Bengals are broke. They didn't make the playoffs. They don't have any rings in the last bazillion. When's the last time the Bengals won a ring? Do the Bengals have a ring? The Bengals have been to 3 Super Bowls, and they lost every time. Hey, that's more Super Bowls than the Lions have been to, so I'm not telling you how to run your team, but it is broke, so you should fix it. Texans extended Derek Stingley. I was really interested to see if he would somehow go somewhere else. Stingley's incredible. 3-year, $90 million deal, making him the highest paid DB in the NFL. Great re-sign. This kid is so good. I think he was LSU, right? Talking about a lot of LSU guys right now. Oh. Well, there you go. It's actually exactly what I just said. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Derek Stingley. Packers signed McCole Hardman to a 1-year deal. Probably nothing crazy expensive. Someone said having 5 wide receiver 3s on a team is disastrous. I do think that the Packers wide receiver room is very interesting. I think they still have Christian Watson. They have Jaden Reed. Do they still have Dontavius Wicks? Now they got McCole Hardman. I don't know. It's kind of random. Just seems like they're randomly picking up wide receivers. Texans extend Danielle Hunter. Good Lord, that guy is jacked. Holy shit. Although this is a good point. That is a crazy 1-year deal. Danielle Hunter agrees to a 1-year, $35.6 million extension, making him the NFL's 2nd highest paid DN. That feels like an overpay. I can't say that Danielle Hunter should be the 2nd highest paid defensive end in the league. He is very good. And obviously, you know, the market changes. It just keeps going up, bro. They break these records every single year. It's crazy. It's like they're printing money. You know the joke, like inflation isn't real, just print money? That's what it feels like in the NFL. Like, I thought the Saints were broke. Aren't the Saints supposed to be broke? How are the Saints paying all these players? I don't know. I don't get it. It's like the United States being in debt. Who are we in debt to? Who are we paying back? Whatever. Hey, speaking of the devil, Saints signed Brandin Cooks. He has a better chance to win a Super Bowl with the Saints than he did with the Cowboys. Yeah, that's probably true. I don't know why the Dallas Cowboys just caught a stray in here, but yeah, he does. These kids don't know how tough Drew Brees and young Brandin Cooks were on the Saints. I do remember that only because of Madden Mobile, because I remember Brandin Cooks would always get the nastiest cards because he would always put up such big numbers. Brandin Cooks, Dylan Brooks, audio books, Lakers in 5. Rude. Feels like Cooks has been in the league since Madden 25. Well, here's the first time that that's actually become an issue. This guy's talking about Madden 15, not Madden 25. I know what you're saying, though. Prime Breeze and Prime Cooks on the Saints were unbeatable. I like that. I like that spelling for Drew Brees. Dude, and then this was the best signing. It was the best signing. When I saw Jameis to the Giants, all I could think of was fantasy football. Are they going to win games? Are they going to be any better? Incredibly unlikely. But dude, imagine Malik Neighbors' fantasy value with Jameis Winston QB1. Malik Neighbors would break records for fantasy points. Jameis would huck that shit to him so much. Jameis would have 2 interceptions and 2 touchdowns. That would be his average per game. 350 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. 13 receptions a game for Malik, and at least a tutty. 13 receptions, 100 yards, and a tutty. That's the average. Gotta love these comments. Win or lose, about to be a fun and funny season. I am very happy about this. Malik's about to have 2K, and Jamie's throwing for 40 touchdowns, 40 interceptions. With Jameis, you at least have a quarterback who will try to win. He might throw 5 picks, but you will put points on the board. Yeah, let's be real. Trying to win is valiant, I guess, but you need actual wins in the National Football League. But I too was really excited about this. I love Jameis. Was so geeked about all these graphics. I couldn't wait. It was gonna be electric until I saw this Mr. Unlimited. Genuine sadness crossed my face. I am not kidding you. When I opened up my phone and I saw Mr. Unlimited in New York, first I looked for it to be like a meme page. It wasn't. It was the actual NFL. Let me be clear. I absolutely believe that Russell Wilson is a better QB1 than Jameis Winston. I think you have a better chance to win more games with Russell Wilson. That doesn't change my opinion that I wish it was Jameis. Frankly, what are the Giants doing, though? So you signed Jameis, and and then you sign Russ? Neither of those guys are going to take you to the level that you need to. You know what this reminds me exactly of? It reminds me of the Steelers. When the Steelers got Justin Fields and Russell Wilson, I remember thinking, okay, so both of these guys are gonna make you okay, maybe? You're not gonna win a playoff game with either of them. So the Giants getting Jameis, I thought that was just like a fill-in, like a sub-in quarterback for 1 year while they rebuild and try and figure it out. No, they went out and got 2 quarterbacks that aren't gonna do that much for them. What are the Giants doing? Neighbors dropping prime Megatron numbers next season. I don't know. I don't know that he drops. I think he drops better numbers with Jameis. I don't know about with Russ. I guess we'll see. I don't know. I feel like George Pickens wasn't that effective with Russell Wilson over in Pittsburgh. He was relatively effective sometimes. It's kind of sad to see that this is how he's ending his career. Should have ran the damn ball. Should have ran the damn ball, Russell, as if Russell Wilson's out there calling plays. That was Pete Carroll's fault. Don't, these 13,000 likes, don't put that nonsense on Russ. Big Apple, let's ride. Cutlets, crab legs, and Russell Wilson. One of the QB rooms of all time. Dude, who's going to get Aaron Rodgers? Like, seriously, who's going to get Aaron Rodgers? If you weren't with us at 3-14, don't be with us at 6-11. Yeah, I mean, I actually could. I could realistically see the Giants winning like 6 or 7 games. I want to see the win projections for all the teams. Okay, the Ravens are sitting at 11.5 win projection. Bills are the same. Chiefs are the same. Eagles are the same. Bengals are sitting at 10.5. That's pretty damn good. Cincinnati's sitting at 10.5. Lions are sitting at 10.5. Chargers are sitting at 10.5. So are the Rams. So are the Niners. Commanders. Browns are sitting at 4.5. Who is the Browns quarterback? Deshaun Watson? Okay, the Giants' projected win total for the season is 5.5. And they've gone under in 7 of the last 8 seasons. I actually would take the over on this. 5.5 wins? I like it. I also saw someone say this. Travis Hunter, you are a New York Giant. This does move me in the direction of Travis Hunter, you are a New York Giant. Here's the thing. If you were gonna draft a quarterback, you may want a veteran like Russell Wilson to start in front of your rookie and teach your rookie. But then that makes the Jameis Winston signing make no sense. Wouldn't you, if you were New York and you were going to get a quarterback, wouldn't you sign Russell Wilson and then draft Cam Ward or draft Shedeur Sanders? And then Russell can teach your rookie. So why would you go out and spend any amount of money on Jameis Winston? It does make me think that maybe they are looking at Travis Hunter. I don't know. It really doesn't, none of what they did makes sense. Oh, I didn't even get to the biggest one. I think this is the biggest signing. And I gotta be honest, I really don't get this. This is a weird one to me. The Patriots signed Stefon Diggs to a 3-year, $69 million deal. So where has Diggs played now? He's played for Minnesota, Buffalo, Houston, and now the New England Patriots. Just fell to my knees and praised the Lord in Dunkin' Donuts. Drake May's finally got more weapons. I actually do, you know, now that I say it, I actually do like this signing. The Patriots have had some very pitiful wide receiver rooms. Like, not good. Drake May had a solid season. I like how Drake May's played, and now you give him an excellent wide receiver 1. He's a great guy, but that's crazy money for a guy coming off of an ACL tear. Yeah, I mean, the wide receiver market is just so high. It's crazy high. I gotta say, I'm really shocked at how high the wide receiver market is because I feel like Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, they really did prove that you can build a dynasty and win multiple Super Bowls with bums at wide receiver. So why are teams going out and paying, like, why are the Bengals paying $270 million between 2 of them? I don't know. You'd think teams would look at the Chiefs and go, okay, let's focus on our offensive line. Let's focus on our pressure. Let's focus on our coaching. Either way, I do like this signing. To put it in perspective, Cooper Kupp was 3 years, $45 million. And then a guy like Jamar Chase was 4 years, $161. Diggs is obviously older. I think if I'm him, I'm pretty happy with his $69 million deal. He's going to ask for a trade 3 weeks into the season. 3 years for 70 is wild. He truly hates Josh Allen that much. Tom Brady gets his wide receiver 1. It is really cool. If you're a Patriots fan, it's gotta be really cool. I do like this though. You know, Diggs, everybody has that stereotype around Diggs that he's like a diva. Like a lot of wide receivers have the diva stereotype. Diggs really gets the diva stereotype. But if you're a diva wide receiver, why would you go play with Drake May on a very pitiful New England team? Why would you go to New England, one of the worst weather states in professional football? Either the bag was so big that Diggs was like, you know what? You want to give me 3 years, 70? I'm there. Or he just wants to prove that he's here to play good football. So I don't know, but all I can say is a true diva move is like taking a pay cut to go play for Miami so you can be in Miami. Or any of those teams, you know, the Rams, the Chargers, the Dolphins. I can finally rest easy. Thank you, Elliot Wolf, for making this free agency one to remember. The ink didn't even dry yet, NFL. I just saw a Bills fan fall to his knees in Walmart and a Patriots fan jump for joy. Yeah, if he really hates Josh Allen that much, he gets to play him twice a year now. 3 red, white, and blue teams in a row. Let's see how this one goes. I never thought about that. The Bills, the Patriots, and the Texans technically have the same color schemes. Wow, I never thought about that. That's pretty cool. And just in case I forgot anything, I'm going to use CBS's free agency tracker here. I just want to go over everything that's happened. Now, I find this interesting. CBS ranks the #1 top free agent as Sam Darnold. Not certain that I agree, but he did have a really good season. So Sam Darnold went from Minnesota to Seattle on a 3-year, $100 million. T. Higgins re-signs with the Bengals. Josh Sweat goes to the Cardinals. I think this is a very nice signing for the Arizona Cardinals. Trey Smith got franchise tagged by the Chiefs. Stanley stayed with the Ravens. Milton Williams went to the Patriots. And as I look at it like this, the Eagles lost a lot of guys. Eagles lost Mekhi Becton, Milton Williams, Josh Sweat. Those guys were very, very impactful in the Super Bowl. I think it would be very impressive to see the Philadelphia Eagles run it back after having lost this many players. I shouldn't even say that though, because they did that, but they lost Jason Kelce and they lost a lot of people before and they did it again. So I should stop doubting the Eagles. Drew Dahlman goes to the Bears. We got DJ Reed. Lions got DJ Reed, which is good because our defense is horrible. So pretty much any defensive free agency signing was gonna be good for the Lions. Also, this really was like a net neutral for us because we lost Carlton Davis to the Patriots. So we basically just traded Carlton Davis for DJ Reed. Javon Holland is a Giant. So the Giants got Russ, Jameis, Javon Holland, and they have a really high draft pick. Eagles, Zach Bond. Osa Digazua re-signs with the Cowboys. Godwin re-signs with the Buccaneers. Nick Bolton stays a Chief. Will Fries went to the Vikings. Justin Reed went to the Saints on a 3-year, $31 million deal. Trayvon Moehrig to the Panthers. I thought this was pretty big. 3 years, $51 million for a safety. I just always see Trayvon Moehrig as a Raider. It's weird to think he'll be on a different team. One thing I do think is super interesting is the still available free agents. Now, this list isn't completely accurate. This list was from a day ago, and some of these guys, like, I know for a fact Brandon Scherf has already signed. Here's who's still available. Amari Cooper technically still available. I think he was saying he is going to re-sign. Tyron Smith, Aaron Rodgers, Keenan Allen, Von Miller. Granted, if it was 5 years ago, those would be like absolutely insane free agents. I think Keenan Allen can still play really high-level football. Aaron Rodgers didn't have the best season with the Jets, but he just won an MVP 2 years ago. Aaron Rodgers is so much better than so many teams starting quarterbacks right now. I don't know where he's going to go. Tyron Smith, still incredibly good. Asante Samuel Jr. has been really good for the Chargers. That would be a big signing for someone. A lot of corners. Rasul Douglas, Kendall Fuller, Mike Hilton. Zadarius Smith, we signed him to a 1-year deal. It wasn't anything incredible. He's clearly on the latter end of his career, but he was solid. I'm going to be totally honest, you guys. I did not know Calais Campbell still played. I thought Calais Campbell retired, but apparently he's still a free agent. I mean, I truly think out of all this, though, this is going to make the headlines. Wherever Aaron Rodgers ends up going is going to be nuts. That's what's going to be nuts. I'd also be, you know, I'm going to be honest. I'd be shocked to see Von Miller suit up again. Von Miller has proved so much in his career. He's played so much good football. It might be time to hang up the cleats for him, but I don't know. Maybe he loves the game. Maybe just wants to play. There's your free agency update. When Aaron Rodgers gets signed, I will 100% make another video. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You're so handsome. Have a spectacular day. You got this, bro. You got this. Peace.